Good morning and welcome to Thought for the Day. And apologies that there was no Thought for the Day last week, but I found myself suddenly on Monday morning having developed a bit of a cough, trying to book a PCR test. Just a bit of a reminder that for me personally that COVID is still around. It was all negative, that was fine, but still to spend 24 hours even in isolation, just waiting for that result was a bit of a lesson in its own right. But here we are, back this week. And thinking about thought for the day for this morning, actually, I was reflecting the weekend. Diana and I were sorting out one of those cupboards that we filled up with stuff as we moved into the vicarage, and thought, well, we'd better go back and see what's in there and have a look. And in a box, there were various things, including this, just a little simple wooden box. And it's quite a precious little wooden box. It's made reasonably well, I suppose. Dovetail joints on each of the corners, a bit of green baize on the bottom so it doesn't scratch things, a nicely fitting lid. There's the odd little error where a marking gauge has been used where it shouldn't have done, so a line in the wood and things like that. But a simple little box. But why is that special? Well, that box is the best part of 40 years old. And I remember making that box when I was doing design and technology at school, and going through all the various processes, the marking out, the preparation, the sawing, the chiseling, the everything that went into that. I still remember doing that, and those skills have kind of been planted in me. And I love working with wood and things like that, and probably don't do enough of it. But as we go through all of that, it's interesting. The other things that I've made, some of the stuff that I made in naval workshop training that's also now sat on shelves in my study. Little reminders of skill of hand, of things like that. And then that sort of drew my mind towards a program I really enjoy watching called The Repair Shop. I don't know if you watch that, but where people bring in heirlooms or just precious items from various places. And they have this team of amazing experts who breathe new life back into those items, sometimes restoring back as if they had never been damaged in the first place, sometimes leaving the marks of the life of that thing there, but bringing them back to a new purpose, a new life anyway. And that in turn got me thinking about wholeness, about healing, and about faith, and about Christianity, to be honest, and what the Lord Jesus means to me, and I believe can mean to everyone. That as we go through life over all the years, we have little dinks and there are little scratches, there are little knocks, there are errors we've made that leave their mark. There's little bits that are patched and filled in. There's a rich patina that starts to build up, showing that something has some age and it hasn't just got that freshness, but shows a bit of the life that it's lived. But in essence, the box is still there. We are still there. But sometimes we do get battered and knocked about. And sometimes there we need to go for repair. And I think that is one of the things in our brokenness that's offered to us in the Christian faith. A place to come for wholeness and healing, with a God who is not distant and far away, but who lived a human life, who went through it, who knew the knocks and everything of humanity, who went the whole hog for us, an innocent man taken to die on our behalf, to then be raised to life, and therein is the amazing hope. But Jesus living a human life. And so I thought really today is just to embrace that, to perhaps in this season when for many there's a new start, people go to universities, things like that. But in a season of harvest, in a season of just autumn coming, whatever, perhaps a time to reflect and to go, here's the little dinks, here's the things, here's the rich patina of experience and life. And here's the little areas that need a bit of a polish, a little bit of a brush up, or perhaps wholesale repair. To offer those in prayer, and what is prayer but a conversation with Jesus? with God, just to say, this feels a bit broken. Will you help me with it? And in that, to journey into wholeness, into healing. Sometimes that could take a long time, but it's always worth starting that journey. So I pray that this week will be blessed, that this week will be a place of recognition of the richness and blessings of life and the areas of hurt and damage. And that those little areas of hurt and damage could just be brought, as I say, in conversation with God, to maybe just start healing, to restore wholeness, to be made fully well again. Have a great week. God bless, and bye for now.